All right, we are live and in living color. Welcome to another fantastic episode of This Week in Reselling, where we interview special guests each and every week from different walks of life in the reselling world. Here we'll discuss the highs and lows of reselling and dive into great conversation. We're positive you're going to hear something that's going to help you become a better reseller. I am your host, Ray, and I am also joined with my co-host Dustin's in the building. Finally,
I made it.
Oh
back
my
after
goodness!
crazy 2 months.
New year, new Dustin.
Yes, sir.
I like it. But guys, thank you so much for joining us. This is our first podcast in the new year, which is super awesome. And Dustin's back. Dustin, where you been, man?
Well,
We almost had to put out like wanted poster on the milk cartons and stuff.
It's just been crazy, just with the move and moving to a new house, holidays. On top of that, it's just been crazy last 2 months. But nonetheless, we're back. We're back, baby. Let's go.
We're back, baby. I'm excited. Dustin and I have a great show planned for us. As you can see, Dustin's in his new office in his new home.
Yep,
and I don't know,
TV set up
is
behind me.
gaming TV. You know what would be cool, Dustin, if you put the podcast on the TV and it would kind of be like an Inception. So like behind you, it would just keep going, like the TV.
Yeah, just keep on getting.
And it'll just keep going and going. So hopefully nothing pops out of that door that you got back there.
No,
Dustin.
it's the storage closet.
Okay, nice.
Yep.
Well, guys, again, we have a great show for the new year. We're starting off hot, Dustin.
Yes, sir.
Super hot. And I don't know, Dustin, I've never met our guest, and Dustin, I don't think he's very aware of our guests. But he may have the best name in the land, Dustin.
I can agree to that. I giggled when I saw his name.
Yes. So we have none other than our good friend, Archie, Mr. Biscuit Butt himself.
What's up? I wish I was eating a biscuit for that intro.
Oh,
Yeah, come on, Archie. You got to be prepared, man.
Man, I could have made it so much better.
Okay. Before we say hi to the people in the chat, thank you all for rocking with us. If this is your first time listening to the podcast, do us a favor, please like and subscribe. Helps the channel out tremendously. And the podcast, of course, if you're listening to it audibly. But we're here with Archie Biscuit Butt, the co-host of another podcast called the Locker Room Podcast, which if you're not aware of that, Archie is a co-host of that. So, Archie, first question of the day. Why Biscuit Butt?
Well, I really wish that I could come up with some creative reason why Biscuit, but it's really not that interesting. As a matter of fact, I went to Chat GPT today and I was just like, hey, give me a funny reason why I have the name Biscuit Butt. And it sent out some. I could pull them up here. But before I do that, really, it's boring. Like I said, when I was in high school, I worked for a company called Spencer Gifts. I'm sure most of everybody knows. I mean, as a matter of fact, I think most of us still had the shirts from the.
That's where they keep all like the naughty toys and stuff, right?
Yes,
Archie.
Yeah,
that's where Dustin would just like go in the back and try to like look at all the Bob Marley weed posters and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I mean, back then, we didn't have cell phones, so I couldn't take pictures and then take it home and go. But no, I had a boss that one day I guess he thought he was going to make me mad, and he was just like, "You're a biscuit butt," and I truly think that he thought that was going to make me mad, and it didn't. I just started laughing, and I loved it, and I just started kind of using that name with some friends, and then like 3 of us from high school started just calling ourselves the Biscuit Butts. And I'm pretty much the only one that's kind of stuck with the name since. But
so it was like a Biscuit Butt crew, like a gang.
We had a gang.
That's hilarious. I love it.
Like the Van Buren boys, but it was the Biscuit Butts.
Yeah. You got tickled in. No, I'm just kidding. Kidding.
Okay.
We're a little tougher than that, but
okay. Well, we'll get into your reselling journey here in a sec, Archie, which I don't know much about. Archie, you just kind of like sprung up on the scene like I would say you're like the rookie of the year of 2023.
Oh no, there's plenty of other rookies of the year.
I mean, all of a sudden, I hear nothing, and then it's Biscuit but this, Biscuit but this, Biscuit but that, and I'm like, man, what's going on? Who is the man behind the Biscuit butt?
I know. I think I'm just lucky because I kind of had that weird name, about a year and a half ago, and then you started getting people like Fart Sack Jack, the Disgruntled Octopus, and you just started getting these even cooler names than what I had.
Shout out to Disgruntled Octopus. He should be joining us.
Is he in
soon.
here?
Yeah, hopefully.
So. But I mean, I'm kind of that person that like everybody knew, but nobody really knew the face until just recently. I started putting out videos this last 2023, but everybody seemed to have known the name. But I'm fortunate because I live here in Vegas with a bunch of other resellers that have pretty much made a name for themselves, and that kind of helps. Just hanging out with them and when they have events. I mean, we have so many events here in Vegas too that I attend, so I'm pretty fortunate when it comes to that. And I'm just not really one to take advantage of well, I mean, some people call me a clout chaser, which I just find funny, but I mean, I'm just not one to take advantage because I could have taken advantage of knowing all these people, but I just don't. I just kind of like do my thing, and I'll bounce in and out of people's lives and watch their videos and leave comments here and there. So that's really the extent of my being famous or whatever in the reselling community.
Your biscuit buttness?
My biscuit buttness. The honey sauce.
What is the what's on your hat? What is the Las Vegas team on your hat? Is it the?
That's the Outlaws. And
the original XFL team. Oh,
the
okay.
original. Yes.
Nice.
That was when I think Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
Right. The WWF. It was the WWF at the time, I think. Right.
It was.
Not E. Yeah.
Yeah. With He Hate Me and who was that? Tommy Maddox. Did Tommy Maddox come out of the XFL?
Think so.
I think so. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. So let's say hi to some biscuit butt lovers in the chat. We have Babbles. Good to see you. Seriously live for our buttery butt. I must attend at 10. Good to see you. We have our boy Alex, the Beard King Picker, one of your other co-hosts on the Locker Room podcast. We have Soda City Flips, Shane, another co-host, and another triple threat right here. We have Ben,
right off the bat.
The last. And we have MD Picker, Shay. Good to see you, Shay. Glad that you can join us. Phil Fine Dimes, a Middle Tennessee resident, Dustin. I don't know if you knew this. Ooh. Yeah. Hope the move went smooth, Dustin.
Appreciate it. It kind of did.
I think it did. What do you think?
Yeah, it did. Yeah, got in 2 weeks before Thanksgiving.
Yeah. We got Grams and Pops Vintage is in the building. Good to see you. Let's see here. Raise Hell Resell, another friend of the channel. Yeah. Hello there, beautiful people. Doris is in the building. We have Kristen and Rural Squirrels in the building. Kristen, are you still in Florida? Let me know. Alan, one of the OGs. And we have Jimmy Old School Flips. Dustin is back to sit at the head of the table.
So,
hey, Dustin, Jimmy and I have started a wrestling podcast here on the channel.
I'm going to have to bust out my old wrestling moves. Get on the show.
There you go. Hey, it wasn't your boy wearing a John Cena shirt today?
Yes,
Dustin?
He was.
Yeah. Fits in there pretty good. There we go. And we have Jill's in the building. Good to see you.
Hi, Jill.
Let's see here. This is the All-Star Reselling in attendance tonight. See, this is what I love. I'm glad that we're back, Dustin.
We're back.
It felt weird doing this without you, to be honest.
It's been crazy last couple months. It has been crazy.
It's been really crazy.
We're back.
And I know if I sound a little groggy, guys, I've been dealing with I got a cold and I think maybe a sinus infection. So I'm still kind of recovering from that. We kind of rescheduled or whatnot from yesterday, which kind of sucks because we're overloaded with inventory and we're ready. We're ready, guys. So
I got 100+ items.
Come join us next Saturday, excuse me, and we're gonna be blowing it out the water. So
that's a good problem to have, man.
Yeah,
it is.
So we got our boy SSK Promos in the building. Good to see you.
He shaved the beard or keep it?
Who? Yours or
SSK.
dude? Have you not seen him? He's not Santa Claus anymore.
Well, I think
Oh,
his
yeah.
beard year long.
I don't think does
should.
Ken have a beard right now? I can't remember.
No, he shaved it off.
Nah,
Oh man, that's
he
right.
needs to be Santa all year round. Just keep the joy coming.
Yeah. Yes. Well, he bleaches his beard, Dustin.
I'm saying he needs to keep the Santa beard all year round.
Yeah, you're probably right.
It's a recommendation.
Yeah. Listen, Ray, I've met this guy. He's a crony for sure. She's talking about you.
It's not nice to say about Dustin.
She's talking about you, Archie. Lisa's in the building. Good to see you. Let's see here.
That's funny.
Beer King is saying if he turns around, you'll see his biscuits and his butt. Oh.
No, that was only on our podcast. That's a one-time thing.
So you let Napoleon
I don't know.
Dynamite
I don't know about
keep
the locker
biscuits
room.
in the back pocket instead of the tater tots, you know? Just bought the biscuits.
Good, great, fabulous. Good to see you. Oh, I'm a reseller. It's in the building as well.
What's up, Sagan?
Mountain State's in the building. Let's see here. And we have I need to get a weird name. Dustin, you should have gone by the con artist.
I should.
Says his old Xbox Live screen.
It is my Xbox Live.
It still is?
It is.
Well, what's the story behind that?
I just named a bunch of buddies. We had like gamer tags. Like someone was the icon, and everybody was like a con name, and it was spelled KAHN.
Oh, that's
Gotcha.
right.
Like one of my buddies was like Condoleezza Rice.
Clever.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's great. But that's how Harry Tornado got his name from his like gamer tag. So
I don't know if people would trust me buying on eBay or whatnot if the name was the con artist.
All
Right.
right. And here's the dog making his appearance for the day. Whoa, buddy. He's wild. He's getting wild. All right. Let's see. Anytime Pickers in the building. Good to see you, Roman. I finally feel like
Roman?
Archie's still lurking. Matt's Profit Pursuit. Good to see you, Matt.
What's up, Matt?
I'm here for the buttery biscuits, baby. Doris. I think I said hi to Doris already.
That's Mama Butt.
Mama Butt.
Yeah,
Does she know
That's
you
my
call her
mom.
Mama Butt?
that's my mom.
Does she know you call her Mama Butt?
It's either that or Mama Biscuit. I don't know.
What's up, Larry?
What do you
Good
prefer?
to see you. Kim T is in the building. Beard or no beard, I'm always Santa at heart, Dustin.
Okay,
That's what Ken says.
I'll take it.
So, con artist with a K. K. What is it, Dustin?
Here, can I spell it in here? KAHN.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. So, Archie, let's get down to the meat and potatoes and
All
the
right.
biscuits of this conversation.
The
See what I did
appetizer.
there, Dustin?
I like it.
Yeah. So Archie, tell us about your reselling journey. First of all, are you part-time reseller currently or full-time reseller? Do you have a quote unquote job?
No, I don't
Are
have
we still
a
at
W-2.
Spencer's Gifts?
Man, I graduated in 93, so it would have been 92. So that was quite a while ago. Probably old enough to be your dad. I mean, I don't look
No.
it, but
Mm-mm.
no, I don't have a W-2 or anything like that. Unfortunately, I was maybe fortunately, we'll see how it all turns out. But I was actually a casualty of the whole COVID lockdown. I actually had a restaurant, the Outback Steakhouse on the Las Vegas Strip.
Oh wow.
Had been with the company, 20 years. I mean, I was with the restaurant industry since I was 15. And I was with Outback Steakhouse for 20 years. I was the managing partner at the one on the Strip. And obviously, I mean, I think everybody knows, especially tourist areas, pretty much went on lockdown for 3 months, never opened. Well, we wound up opening back up, but we could only seat 25% of the restaurant. But while I was furloughed, I actually, at the time, my girlfriend, her mom, well, they had found out that I kind of caught wind of some of these reselling videos. But I mean, truthfully, at the time, I was not, I planned on still retiring with Outback, and that was pretty much what I was going to do the rest of my life.
Mm-hmm.
But I just caught wind of a couple videos, and I was intrigued, so I was watching them, and nobody knew how long, this whole lockdown was going to take. And I was like, if if it lasts like a week or so, maybe I'll dabble in buying some liquidation pallets, try something. But at the time, my girlfriend, her mom came to me and had a sewing machine, a Brother sewing machine, and it was brand new sealed. And she's like, yeah, just give me $75 for it. So I didn't really know how to look things up, or I didn't know what sell-through rate was or anything like that. But I did happen to know to look on eBay, and I saw that some of them were selling for $150. Didn't look at solds because, again, I'd never in my life needed to look at solds. But I immediately went on. At the time, mind you, too, I didn't know anything about Facebook Marketplace, but I did know about Let Go and OfferUp, which I guess now they've merged. Mm-hmm. But I put it on OfferUp and Let Go for $150. And within minutes, I probably had 20 people message me, hey, I can come get it right now. Well, the first person that did it, she came immediately, picked it up, and I was like, hey, what is going on? Why did I have 20 people wanting this? And she's like, because she goes, masks are hard to find right now. So she goes, I'm going to make masks and I'm going to resell them. Like, not one person tried to talk me down, which is different because now you have something for $150. They're going to offer you 75, and then you're going to kind of meet in the middle. But nobody even tried to talk me down. So like a light bulb went off, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to start flipping sewing machines. So over the next few months, all I did was I kept refreshing, learned about Facebook Marketplace, and just started looking up every single sewing machine that I can find, and literally buying it for $15-20, coming home immediately, listing it, cleaning it up, listing it, gone before the night was over. I mean, I don't think I sat on a sewing machine for more than 24 hours. And I mean, I just started making a killing. But as I was doing that, I started watching more and more reselling videos and kind of went down that rabbit hole, and then dabbled a little bit into some liquidation pallets, storage units. I mean, you name it, I've pretty much done everything except for retail arbitrage. Wow. But that started it. Then I went back to Outback Steakhouse, and like I said earlier, we could only see 25% of the restaurant. I did that for 6 months. Wasn't making hardly anything because now I wasn't making unemployment. And at the time, unemployment was actually giving that extra $600 a week, so that helped a little bit. But I had to make a decision, and I knew that I could sustain reselling, so I went ahead and put in my resignation, and then been doing this ever since. So right now, though, I play a full-time reseller on TV, but I'm probably more of like a 3/4 reseller because I do other side hustles. If you look at my channel, I have a video of me out doing Uber Eats and DoorDash because I'll do that on like the slower times just to make a quick couple $100 in a day.
Yeah, you like doing that?
Yeah, I don't mind it. Yeah. I mean, but the thing is that I'll be 50 this year. I mean, I'm not getting younger. My body's, I don't work out. I probably should. That's going to be part of my new year. But I mean, how long am I going to be able to be just getting in and out of cars? I mean, that's not what I want to be doing.
Hopefully for a long time, Archie.
Nah,
I want to lay off some of them biscuits.
No, I mean, my goal this year is to just wean myself off of having to do any deliveries ever, and to really just do this full time. I finally hit my 1,000 subscribers. Now I just need to hit the watch hour.
Right. Congratulations! Yeah.
So that we'll see where that journey takes me to. But thank you.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, guys, if you want to subscribe to Archie, his link's down in the description below. So come give him those watch hours, guys. Give him those watch hours. We have Lisette just popped in. Good to see you, Lisette. We have J-Ride just popped in as well. J-Ride. We have Joe with I'd Flip That also in the building. Good to see you guys.
Now, they are the most underrated team that I know of.
Oh,
Joe
for
and
sure.
Nicole. Oh.
One day I'll get to meet. That's one of my life goals is to meet Joe and Nicole.
I met
and give Nicole like the biggest hug.
I met him at the Boss Reseller Remix. Man, and they were so fun to hang out with. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'm there. So Archie, Outback Steakhouse, man.
I know.
Would you ever work at a restaurant again?
I mean, here's the thing. It's got to either at least be a lateral move or higher. I mean, I can't go back, especially at my age. I mean, I can make too much doing reselling. I can't go back and just be an assistant manager and work myself up, work my way up.
Let's open a restaurant, Archie.
What's that?
Let's open one. Biscuit Butts. Yes.
Yes.
Do you know what the failure rate is? I mean, I know
we don't fail. We don't fail.
Nothing but biscuits would be a crazy.
I think
nothing
maybe
but biscuits.
10% of restaurants, mom and pop restaurants, actually survive.
Not us.
They'd survive.
We're straight to the moon.
We could open one up here. Let's do it.
I'd rather get a storage unit that's just full of furniture and just packed to the brim with trash before I start to open another restaurant.
One of my I wouldn't say like delusional goal is to open up a restaurant.
Yeah, well,
my dad was in the restaurant business all of his life, and he owned Mexican restaurants. So I think if we had to, we could do it, Archie.
You know, if you really do want to open something, I would suggest a food truck, because then you can go to your customers, especially here in Vegas. You can actually go to like a construction site. I mean, because there's always 30, 40 of
the tamale lady, Dustin.
I mean, that's really. I mean, then you don't have to worry about a brick and mortar. I mean, yeah, you still have overhead costs with a van, but that's what I would do if I went back into it. But I will tell you, I do think that everybody should at least work in a restaurant one time in their life, because I'm telling you, it will teach you so many good qualities.
One of my first job, Archie, was working in a convenience store making biscuits in the morning from scratch.
There's a theme here.
Yeah, I forgot.
Dustin,
this is
what's your biscuit story?
I don't have a biscuit story, but I did work at a
biscuit
barbecue place.
You worked at what's the chicken place? Do they serve biscuits there?
Boston Market? I don't know. Popeyes.
What was it? No.
Catfish Bob's, or what was it called?
Bud's.
Uncle Bud's.
Uncle Bud's.
Didn't they have biscuits there?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, but I worked at Shane's Rib Shack too before then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, I'm from Kansas City originally, so I know barbecue. Well, I did know barbecue. We don't really have that much out here now, but
see, we can open up a barbecue restaurant.
I got the Traeger. I can smoke the butts.
Yeah, come on, Archie. You just gotta take the leap.
I could probably do that.
Yeah, man. Well, let's say hi to some more people. I jumped in the chat. We have Bella Resells is in here. Lad, what's up, Lad? It says my life goal is to meet up and pick with you, Ray. Hey, come on, baby. Let's do it. We can all do it together. So Dustin, I don't know if we've kind of been kicking this around, Dustin, but I think I'm gonna commit to this.
Finally buying one?
No, Nashville meetup.
Oh,
end of April.
Okay.
Very, very like, we're not gonna have any speakers or anywhere. Just come here. I'll work out all the details. And we'll go picking. I'll iron out the legit dates probably next week. So
you need to do it around August though, because I'm trying to get down there sometime around August. I guess there's a 128 sale or something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing about that is that it's at the beginning of August, or it's like around my wife's birthday.
Well, you can.
Well, that's in Crossville.
Yeah, so a couple of my co-hosts on the Resell Locker Room, I don't know if you know, but Ben Rocky Top lives. Oh man, where does he live? He lives in. I don't know. Ben, put it in the chat. I think
clearly East Tennessee, since it's Rocky Top. So either Knoxville, Shelbyville, Pigeon Forge. Okay, right next to Callenberg. Dang, he lives there.
And then Alex lives in Nashville.
Yeah, he lives in Antioch. Okay. So we still need to hang out, Alex. But oh man, Pigeon Forge. That's like
my grandpa
tourist
actually lived
central.
In Greenville. It was in Greenville.
Greenville. Oh, okay, Greenville. I don't know. But my grandpa actually lived in Dayton, so I went up there and visited him a few times up in the sticks. Okay. He had goats.
Right by Chattanooga.
Yeah.
Yeah, right by Chattanooga. And then I have an uncle that lives in Nashville. He's a Christian songwriter.
What's his name?
Lloyd Stinnett. Actually wrote a few songs for the Oak Ridge Boys. I think. I don't know, Mom. You can
Come on, Mama.
write it down. I don't know. Something with the Oak Ridge Boys.
There you go.
One of the Oak Ridge Boys lives right down here.
Yeah, they live. We see them everywhere.
Yeah.
They stand out like a busted biscuit. How many biscuit puns can I make today, Dustin? Put it.
You got three so far.
Put it in the chat. So reseller meetup end of April. I would love to everybody to come and at least just hang out. We'll go have dinner at Monell's. So
I like it.
That'll be fun. Oh, Larry, I didn't know you were in Nashville. Yeah, we do need to meet all. We all need to meet up. That's why we're having this. I want to meet all of it. Fun fact: the Oak Ridge Boys have their first concert I went to as a kid. Nice.
I actually met all those guys because I also had the Outback Steakhouse in Laughlin, Nevada, which is 90 miles outside of Vegas, and it's a little casino town right there on the border of Arizona and Nevada. Colorado River goes right through it, but they would always come down there, and they would actually, because there's not a lot of restaurants, and ours was the most high class restaurant out there in Laughlin, and they all four had come in over the years. It's kind of cool.
Kevin, you don't have to go on there. They just treat you so bad on there. So just come over, stay here with us. We can make fun of you here. No need to go anywhere else.
That's all right. We got his wife on our podcast, so that's all that mattered.
Oh yeah,
we didn't even ask him. We just went straight to the.
Isn't the Oak Ridge Boys office didn't get hit by the tornado?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's right there by Jolly Ollie's, isn't it?
Jolly Ollie's, the bar that really got hit, devastated by the tornado.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I know, right? Okay, Archie. Let's go to the first segment of our show. Over and underrated. We're going to ask you 10 different items, 5 being reselling related, 5 not being reselling related. And in your opinion, you're going to tell me if they're overrated or underrated. All right? But before we get into that, Archie, we do want to give a shout out to one of the sponsors on the podcast. What's the puppy's name? Is the puppy's name My Reseller Genie?
No. This is Faith. This is as close as Faith will get to me.
I love it.
Now,
so My Reseller Genie.
His name's Bubba.
My Reseller Genie, the #1 bookkeeping solution for all resellers. Now they have Poshmark integration, Archie. So if you want to use My Reseller Genie, guys, it's first of the year. If you don't got all your stuff in order by now, you need to, because you're going to be sweating. You're going to be sweating. So do yourself a favor. If you suck with numbers and you're a reseller, My Reseller Genie is going to put you on the right track. And if you use the code NashvilleFlippers, you're going to get 15% off your first month. So shout out to My Reseller Genie. So Archie, #1, over and underrated, garage sales. Are you a big garage sale fan?
Well, to all my competitors, very overrated. Stay away. No, absolutely underrated. I mean, I love just going and just trying to buy as low as I can. I love the art of just trying to make deals. I mean, I remember, in my early 20s, just especially after I moved out west here, going to Tijuana a lot. And I just loved going there just for the simple fact that you could just try to make deals. And no, very underrated.
Okay.
Great.
How are your negotiating skills?
Pretty good. I'm not afraid to negotiate.
Get them, Archie.
I mean, the worst thing they can say is no, and I don't have to buy it. There's nothing that I absolutely need, to resell.
The art of lowball offers. Are you pretty much a big lowballer, aren't you?
No. I mean, obviously you want to get it as low as you can so you can sell as high as you can, but no, I'm going to be fair. I mean, I'm not going to just sit there and try to nickel and dime somebody. In my mind, I have the lowest I want to pay, and I'll suggest that. And if they come up just a little bit and it's still fair in my opinion, then yeah, I'm going to make the deal.
I think Dustin and I are really going to hit the garage sale trail this spring coming, and we're the kings of nickel and diamond. So I think we're going to get
a lot of garage sales this year that you missed out on.
I know, man.
And they were fire.
I don't know what I was doing.
Wait, you're mainly liquidation though, right? You do the Amazon bins?
Yeah. It's just the best way for us, because Dustin and I both work full-time, is the best way for our time profit margin. Like, I didn't get to go this Friday. Dustin did. Dustin, how long do you think you were there for?
30 minutes.
30 minutes? What'd you walk out with?
Almost 40 items.
What would you say? $500 worth of stuff? $1,000?
Probably more. Yeah, about that. Yeah.
What'd you pay?
$7 a piece, right, Dustin?
Yeah, about $265. Make $1,000.
You guys have Goodwill bins?
We do. We have 2.
Yeah.
What do
you think of those?
I don't know.
We'll talk. We'll talk.
They look about crazy.
Yeah, crazy.
That must be on the list.
It's on the list.
Yep.
It's on the list. So, but but there's nothing like negotiating at a yard sale, right, Dustin?
It's the best.
It's the best. It is the best. Sometimes, offers pennies to the dollar at yard sales. You're never going to see them again. So, yeah, exactly.
I got to tell you, though, that I'll usually have a garage sale twice a year. You know, one in the spring, one in the fallish. And, man, I put my prices so low that I rarely get anybody trying to talk me down.
Really?
I mean, because I literally am just trying to liquidate my stuff. A lot of times it's just stuff that I'm not going to be able to put online anyway that I'm getting out of storage units. So I just have a big pile of stuff and I just blow it out.
That's what Squirrel is saying here. So she just had a yard sale, and rarely did she have somebody that was going to lowballed her. So nice. But hey, Dustin and I are king of lowballers.
Yeah,
we're the lowball kings. So all right, next one up, Archie.
Number 2, Cat Williams.
Cat Williams,
the comedian Cat Williams.
Man,
are you aware?
Right now, way overrated right now.
You think so?
I mean, I don't know what to think of everything that he's saying. I mean, I'm still trying to keep up with finding out all this stuff that he said. I didn't watch the entire podcast,
bro.
But I mean, he's throwing some shade towards some people I like.
He's got receipts, man.
Does he?
Yeah.
I mean, he says he does. Has he shown them?
On TikTok, that's all my feed is right now.
Yeah, mine too.
People like playing his old joke and having like Steve Harvey or whoever's tell like the same joke. Like, I mean, 10 years later.
Do you remember the whole Joe Rogan and Carlos Mencia?
Yeah, yeah.
Kind of the same thing.
Yeah. That's gotta be hard. I'm sure it's like, even if, you know, if you're a comedian, I'm sure like some of the stuff is similar.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you might tell a similar joke, but you know, it's intense.
Yeah, but to go word for word, I mean,
exactly.
And I know that's what Carlos Mencia was doing, but yeah, I mean, I'm going to say overrated right now with Cat Williams because I just haven't heard enough yet.
He might have the most watched podcast in the history of podcasting. Currently, it's at 31 million views. I think the one that Elon and Joe did was like 33. So he'll beat it.
Oh yeah.
I think he'll beat it, which is, could you imagine having something that was watched 31 million times that's almost 3 hours long?
Right. I'm ready for it.
That's crazy. Yeah. Hey, but Dustin, he's coming here pretty soon. I think we should go.
We should.
Watch Cat or Joe?
Cat.
Yeah. So I take it you guys think he's underrated.
He's one of my favorite comedians, even without this happening. Like my favorite, one of my favorite stand-ups was that he did. Pimp Chronicles Volume 2. Archie, one of my favorite stand-ups. So, yeah. He won an Emmy for his character in the show Atlanta. Did you ever watch that show with Donald Glover?
No.
He played his uncle. He was called the Alligator Man. Great show. So, Resell says, I went to Nashville, the Benz. I think I saw Ray hanging with the vintage kids. Not me, man.
T-shirt bros.
We've been one time.
Yeah. I was just watching the interview before this, says Alex. Oh, shoot. That reminds me. Someone did give us a super chat earlier. I forgot it. Here we go. Tucker's Treasure. Thank you so much, Tucker.
Appreciate it.
Shout out to Tucker.
Tucker and Ryan.
Yes.
He had a big score. His dad sent me a message earlier today, man. They had a big score today.
What did they find?
What didn't they find? I mean, they found some rare Barbies, tons of shoes. I hope you don't mind me saying this, Ryan, but they went to some mall with a bunch of other kids, and most of the kids were just selling stuff. And Tucker, being the smart entrepreneur that he is, put up a sign that says, I'm buying. And I mean, I guess they just cleaned house.
That's awesome.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, Lisette also gave us a super chat. Thank you so much, Lisette. This is towards Dustin's new ASMR career. Give us a little something, Dustin. Give us like a...
I don't got anything. I don't got nothing.
Nothing?
No.
Read me a bedtime story or something like that?
Bedtime story.
MSP? I don't know what that... Mountain State? Same Kristen Hendo cloak. Yeah. Cat Williams, man. Spilling the tea. If you want to watch some Cat Williams comedy, Consignment Chats, what's up? Good to see you. Pimp Chronicles Volume 2, Kristen. It's very, I think Kristen is very much Cat Williams' clientele, right? Archie, wouldn't you think?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say so.
Yeah. So, all right, moving on. Number 3, the Goodwill Bins, Archie. Overrated, underrated.
Oh man, way underrated. I mean, I just actually went the other day with Jay Wright. I saw him in the chat, so Jake and I went. Man, I know we talk about the T-shirt bros all the time, but the one that we have here, there's the book bros, the hard good bros,
the book bros,
the hat bros. I mean, they're all over. I mean, we have, dude, you're fighting everybody. The shoe bros, we have them all over at our bins.
That's Dustin. He's the shoe bros.
Love shoes.
And the fact that, I know you talked about this before, Ray, but just the fact that, some of these Goodwills don't let you record. I mean, just the content we could get would be amazing. I mean, but no, I love it. I think we're going to go again here in a few days, but absolutely love it. Very underrated.
We should go again, Dustin, at least to the one that's not as crazy.
Yeah, because that one we went to, man, there's people eating off the floor. Nope.
It was wild. Yeah, there was some wild kids everywhere. Just everywhere.
I see some of these other resellers though. They're putting in their IG stories, even some people putting out videos, and there's like 10 people in there. We have 10 people to a bin here. I mean, it's crazy. So yeah, and we're still finding good stuff.
Tupperware bro in the house. Look at that. Hey,
Tupperware.
There's a bro for everything. So, all right. Yeah, Dustin, we need to at least experiment with the Goodwill bins inventory towards whatnot to see how that does. Maybe like plush and stuff like, if we're getting it.
We could do the whatnot show there. Just saying.
We could. We can pull a Chris Flip the World and do it there for sure.
Try not to get arrested though.
I know, right?
And what a gold mine he has.
I know, right? All those bros fighting for goods just describe my hell on earth, Arch. Dude, you should really see Dustin and I and our other brother-in-law Tim at the Amazon bins. Like Archie, if you ever go with us, we're gonna be like, see you later, Archie, and we're just gonna be like,
go your separate ways, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you guys aren't like Red Rover, like holding hands, Red Rovering it, and
no,
like taking
like
over the bin.
Sometimes we do. Like what we towards the end, like
we'll team up on bins and
we'll team up on a bin and literally take everything out of the bin and transfer it over to the next bin and just keep going. So there's like nothing in the bin left. So like, because sometimes in the bottom, that's where you find all the best stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we're just like literally, we're just there and we're just like throwing everything into the next bin.
I'll tell you, one of my good finds that I actually had at the Goodwill bins here, and obviously it was at the very bottom. And forgive me though, I can't remember the name, but it was a PC game and it was still sealed. It was something Dough. You probably know, DEUX, a word before it. I don't remember what it was because I literally had it in my hand for 5 minutes. And mind you, if I would have gone over to the cashier and paid for it, it would have been less than $1. But a guy saw it in my cart and he's like, "I'll give you $80 for that right now." I went ahead and did it. I don't care. I did it in a heartbeat. I don't sell on Amazon. I'm sure I probably could have put it on Amazon for like $300, $400. But I got $80 in 5 minutes, never paid for it.
So, yeah, exactly. That's happened to us plenty of times.
What's that?
That's happened to us plenty of times to where somebody will see something we found and be like, "Hey, I'll give you this much for it." Mm-hmm. The time that when I went to FlipCon, Archie, this is a great story. When I went to FlipCon on that Friday morning, me and Steven, the Bearded Finds, we went to an Amazon liquidation store, and there was a kid there that all he does, he's a high school kid. He just wants to get money to like buy shoes and like different stuff, right? He'll go and just find the stuff and be like, "Hey, I have this. Who wants this?" And people will just buy the stuff off of him. And he's not even paying it for it. You know?
That's awesome.
So I don't want to hear people crying and complaining about not having any money, where this kid is literally like getting up in the morning with zero money and just finding the stuff and then selling it to the people there.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
That's a great idea.
It's a great idea.
That's genius.
It's a great, like, if you have no money, just go to any Amazon liquidation store. You don't even have to sell anything online. Even if you're selling the stuff for $14, but it's valued way more, you're getting $14 cash like all day long. Like if some kid would have found an iPhone there, Dustin, like say we're there and they want to, they're like, "I'm selling this iPhone for $200. Who wants it?" You're going to still buy it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you can sell it for like double the price.
5 or 6. Yeah.
Exactly. And this
Ray,
kid's not spending zero money.
Ray, I remember hearing an episode where you talked about like finding 3 or 4 iPhones.
Oh, that was like a month ago.
Is that common?
No.
Not that day it was.
Not that day, dude. And that's the ones that we found.
See, we don't have Amazon bins here, or at least that I know of. I mean,
I think you do. There's somewhere in Las Vegas. I'm pretty sure there is. But oh man, Tim, our other brother-in-law, what did he find? He found some phone. It's like a
pair phone,
bootleg iPhone. It's a Android phone, Archie, that has an operating system that looks like an iPhone.
It's the Jin Yang long iPhone.
But it's still going to sell for more than $7.
Yeah.
You know?
Easily.
So, yeah, we find great stuff there all the time. Consignment Chat says, I have consigners that work for our Amazon bin store. They allow 5 items per week straight from the truck. They consign with me. We both get money. There you go. I didn't know you had an Amazon from our Amazon. Like, you're not owning it. You're like you go there. That's what I'm saying. He's brokering good stuff. That's what I'm saying. Thank you so much, Lisette, for dropping the links. Appreciate you. I found those phones before. See? Hey. Oh, those. Yeah. Roman, shout out to Roman, the Browns fan. I hope the Browns do really well in the playoffs. I'm just saying.
I'm gonna place
That's what I'm
a
going for.
Super Bowl bet.
Now, what if you had to compete against Roman at the Benz? Now, come
I
on.
would love to have a Eastern European anybody with me at the Benz.
Yeah, but you need him on your side. I mean,
Oh, for sure. Here's the thing: all the foreigners, we gotta all stick together. You know what I mean? That's the move. I've seen people get kicked out of the brokering stuff from the Goodwill bins, selling it before. Wow, that's interesting. Huh. I guess you got to do it on the low, you know?
I think Kristen can get away with it, though. She's such a little sweetheart.
Yeah.
They'd never
That's
know.
what I would do. That's what I would do. All right, next up, number 4. Overrated, underrated, Archie.
College football championship.
Okay. I'm gonna say overrated just because I like the old way that they used to do it. I enjoyed just the bowl games. Now
like where the computer would pick who played who.
Yeah, well, and I get that that's why they changed it over.
Yeah.
But I don't, I mean, when most of your life that's just the way it was. You get used to it. It's still trying to get used to this whole playoff system.
12 teams last year.
I'm going to take it you guys then or it's underrated.
I don't know. Nope. 12 teams. 12. No. I can't wait to see 12 teams, dude. If they're anything like the playoff teams that we got,
yeah, that's
Joe Ball.
Give it to me, baby. Those games are crazy. That Rose Bowl game, man. Oh,
that was such a great game. They actually got it right this year. I do have to say that.
Yeah, I think so too.
So who?
Yeah,
I mean,
the bowls.
This is probably on your over underrated, but who you guys going for?
Washington.
I'm gonna go with consignment chats on this one. Go blue.
Nope.
The under. I mean, I think that's who's going to win, but obviously you kind of want the underdog.
What's Dustin's a big better. Dustin, what's the over under right now?
I think it was like 56 or something like that. I don't know.
What's the spread?
What's the spread? Brittany, people say.
I'm going to say it's probably more than a touchdown.
4.5.
That's it? Oh, wow.
Yep, and over under 56.5. I placed a bet on Washington when they got selected at plus 750. So we'll see.
Dustin's I can't get into betting, man. It's too risky. I like my money too much. Archie.
I love betting. I haven't done it as much this year. Oh yeah.
I've been having a really lot of luck on NBA, and I don't watch NBA.
Dustin, that's risky, son.
But I've been winning.
But here's the thing. Do you really need to know? You just have to pick.
So on the NBA, I'll take a 6.
It's a 50-50 chance.
Yeah, 6 legs. All basically favorites, except for one that's like a plus 110, 120 home underdog. And I've been hitting those. I would lose them some, but I've won more than I've lost. So I'll take it.
Okay.
I mean, I've tried everything there is when it comes to sports betting. So,
but some of the crazy ones, I don't know how people win those. Like the touchdown parlay dude that won almost $500,000. Crazy.
Well, now somebody was telling me that on the Caesars app, now if you do a parlay, each one that you win, you have a chance where they'll buy you out, or you can cash out early. And I think that's genius. I mean, but for me, if you're somebody that's doing parlays like that, I mean, you're pretty much you have to stay till the end. I mean, because that's what doing a parlay is all about.
I know there's some that are doing now, like you can do like it's by the leg. So like even if you lose like 2 legs, you're still gonna get paid.
Yeah, round robins.
Yeah, so
a
lot of people places are doing that now.
Well, I'm glad we all have our legs currently.
Why is he in here?
Oh no. Wow, that joke was not very good. Now that I think about it,
Easy, Lieutenant Dan.
Yeah. Moving on. Number 5, whatnot. Overrated, underrated, Archie.
Absolutely underrated. I wish I would do more with it. It is one of my goals to start doing more. I've only done one whatnot.
You've done one?
I've done one, which that's actually my first video that I ever put out on YouTube. Was selling on Whatnot as a nobody. And I actually did laser discs. I mean, I had a whole bunch of laser discs and I just wanted to get rid of them. And what I did was I actually went onto Facebook and I joined all these laser disc groups. And I went to the owners of each site and I just said, hey, can I promote this auction that I'm going to have? And half of them said yes. So what I did was about a month out, I put up like little advertisements, gave everybody my code. I mean, I would have getting like 15 people that actually went and signed up with my code.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
But I had 15 people at all times in the Whatnot
That's
stream.
really good.
But the issue was I didn't know they didn't have media mill. And we all know laser discs, if you've sold any, are over £1. And I didn't find out that there was no media mill until 2 days before when I started setting it up in the Whatnot, and I was putting the postage in, and there was no media mill. So I emailed them. I'm like, hey, why can't I find the media mill? And they're like, yeah, we don't do media mill yet, but and I was like, you got to be kidding me. So that basically wiped out any profit that I was going to do. So I was going to do like 100 laser discs.
How did you sell it not knowing what it weighed or anything like that?
No, I knew what it weighed, but the problem was they didn't have media mill for me to send them out with. So now they have to pay the $2 or the £2 weight instead of £2 media mill.
But the buyer would have known what the shipping was when they were buying the item, right?
Right. But obviously, if we were able to do the media mill, you're talking now, instead of just paying $1, which was my start for a Laserdisc, knowing they're going to pay $9 for shipping, if it was only $4 or $4.50, I might have been able to get $2, $3, $4 for that Laserdisc. So the shipping basically wiped out anybody bidding up any of these Laserdiscs.
I got you.
So that kind of sucked, and that I don't know. I mean, it didn't really deter me, but I definitely don't think that you have to have a social media presence. I do think though that you have to put in the work, just like anything else. So I think people that give up because they just don't want to put in the work to build an audience, shame on them. But
that's anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, and the thing with Whatnot, and I'm sure that the district will eventually get there too, because right now it seems like the district is more just, a revolving door of resellers just buying from resellers. And that's what Whatnot was probably about a year and a half ago. But now they've built a platform that I'm seeing more and more of actual just casual buyers in there. So no, I'll start doing it probably again. I hear so many success stories, and I'm willing to put in the hard work. And I know you're still going to lose money probably the first few that you do, but that's part of doing business. But definitely underrated.
Nice. Well, Lori just jumped in.
Shows on promotions. Just saying.
Say that again, Dustin.
No Whatnot shows on promotion days.
That's a great. Dustin brought up a good point. Every time, how like Whatnot does like promotional, like the Black Friday. No fees on Black Friday. Do not, unless you're a huge Whatnotter. What would say we're like low middle class Whatnotter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We're above the peasants, but we're still middle class.
Exactly. So don't do a Whatnot whenever they run promotions, because it just spreads the buyers so thin.
Yeah.
That you just have you'll have 30 people in your show, but nobody's buying anything.
Yeah.
I
kind of had a feeling that that's how the whole Black Friday promotion was going to be.
Oh, dude.
It's just going to be inundated with all these sellers and just not enough buyers in your, I don't know. It was
crazy. Yeah. But like you were saying, consistency is key. Do your Whatnot every time, every day, or however you want to set it so people know when you are. But yeah. Lori just popped in. Good to see you, Lori. Hope you're doing okay. We've been thinking about you. Hope everything is okay. But
I got to tell you though that, I admire people my co-host Beard King, Lisette, even I know Desiree Good Great Fabulous was in here. I've been on their streams. They don't get a lot of people. I feel really bad, but just incredible attitudes. And I think as long as you keep doing that, they're going to keep growing. And you know, they don't make a lot of sales, but I give them kudos because they're definitely inspirations to me to want to keep doing it.
This is a great point. Good, great, fabulous. Plus the Whatnot app crashes so many. Yeah. We never know. Sometimes it's buggy and they're still working. They're still working stuff out. Yeah, this is a great question by Lori, and I know that the guys over at the Trash to Cash podcast have been selling on a new site called District, and then they do. If you were to tell me how to get on District, I wouldn't even know, Archie. So that's why I think it's a terrible idea to even start selling on there.
Yeah, it's tough.
From a normal person, be like, "Hey, I'm selling my stuff on District." They're like, "What the heck? How do I even? Is there an app? Is there a website? Like." I don't even like the what do you even call it? The to get on it.
Well, it's just the web address.
Yeah, like I don't even want to. Am I going to Dibbit.com? Am I going to District.com?
So right now, the only easy way to get on is if you are already signed up as a seller or a buyer in a particular platform, like let's say Dibbit. Because you get all the notifications that, hey, they're doing this auction train, or so and so just went live. And I think once they
explain to me, I hate to interrupt you, Archie, but explain it to me which I've never taken. I've heard of it, but I don't know much about it. Explain it to me like I'm a 5-year-old. Like what District is. Like it's a new reselling platform. How do I buy stuff off of there?
It's a 5-year-old explaining it to a 5-year-old because, like you say, all I know, I'm signed up with Dibbit as a seller, but I haven't done anything with it. And the only time I've been on it was, like I say, when I just get the notifications that somebody just went live. So I just click on it. I get a notification. It's usually an email. I just click on it. Other than that, I can't tell you how to get on. I mean,
but is it an app? Is it an app?
What's that?
Is it an app? Kind of like I download it from the App Store?
Well, okay. So they do have an app for iOS only, so no Android.
So right? that like excludes 80% of the population in the entire planet.
Yeah. So I'm
hating.
I'm an Android
like I
guy.
did Whatnot, which one of my New Year goals is to be open-minded, but I just feel like the barrier to entry to even purchase anything on this platform is like I don't get it. What am I doing here? You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I mean, and that's
is that just me? Chat, let me know. Is that just me?
Yep.
No, I mean, like I say, it's just like what Whatnot was 2 years ago when it's just resellers buying from resellers. Okay. But
are we going to talk about
once they figure out the other piece, like you said, just how to get there, that'll make a difference.
Okay. So, like, what the guys in Trash to Cash is District is basically creating the infrastructure for you to sell on, kind of like Shopify. And then they let buyers onto the platform and they sell live and eBay-like format on there. And then the people that have that, so like in this case, Carrie, Dave, and Kevin, they get a percentage of what you sell. Because you're selling it on their platform because they're bringing in the audience. Is that right?
I believe that's what I've heard.
Okay.
I don't know the breakdown or anything. I think most of the people that actually own that platform, or I don't even know what to call it, but so Dibbit, I think it's 5% no matter what goes to District, and then whatever the rest of the percentage is goes to whoever owns that platform.
Do they set the percentage or is it like a flat percentage?
I'm going by what I've just heard, but I'm not an expert. But I do believe that that's how it is. And I think right now, most of them are just setting it at 10%. So it's 5 and 5. But who knows? More competition comes in. It may go to 12, which means it's 5 and 7. But I think District is always going to be the 5%. And whatever the difference is always going to go to the owner of the whatever. I don't even know what to call it. Platform, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know what to call it.
All right, but let me know, Chad. Am I ignorant of this, or Dustin's? This is the first time you've heard it, right, Dustin?
Definitely first time.
So,
see, I thought for sure you were a seller already.
No. My time is so limited, Archie. That's why I like Whatnot so much, because I can set a day, sell this much in that day, and then ship the next day, and I'm done with it for the next week. You know?
Yeah.
It's like really good for me. This is my second time seeing Ray Gray. Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad I'm not the only one jumping on District Train. I have had some questions. Okay. Been watching Dibbit, haven't done anything though. Okay. Ray, I agree. No desire to sell on any, what is the word you keep saying? It's Dibbit. Dibbit? I don't know. It's
Dibbit.
It's terrible.
She says deadbeat.
Close.
It's terrible. 80% of the people do not have crappy phones. They do. You're Android for life. I'm just saying. I'm on it. See, okay, Kristen's on it. There we go. Androids are here. So Team Samsung. That's what I'm saying. Did you know, Archie, that if you buy, like in most countries outside of the world, if you buy an Android phone, even if it doesn't have internet, like if you don't have internet provider on there or any, Facebook works on there. Like you can watch stuff on Facebook and like it's free. It's crazy. It's crazy. And
Ray,
I think
Ray, I always say this about you. Well, first off, Ray, I have said so many times to people that you are absolutely the best person when it comes to interviewing. I'm amazed at how well you do and how you're able to just keep it going.
oh,
but
geez, Archie.
you know so much. You know, it seems like a lot about a lot. Like most people just know a lot about a little or a little about a lot. You seem to know a lot about a lot, and that amazes me. Except for Dibdit, I mean, and District.
But I want to know. So like, it's like I want to scratch that itch. Like I want to see, because if Dustin or my brother-in-law Tim, it's like, what is this District thing? I want to be able to answer that question in like a good, informative way. So I don't know. And the guys, they haven't even like told us how to get on there. They just assume that we can do it, which
True.
You know what happens when you assume, Archie.
That is true.
Yeah.
You
So
won't get on.
I just know that Ink Picker is having a better luck on Dibbit than she is on Whatnot. So okay.
Yeah, she's killed it the last few times.
Yep,
So is
Rich get rich.
Sonny killed it. I watched the very first live that I ever watched on the District was Sonny's, and man, he had like 80 old ladies in there that were just buying his stuff for like $100.
Dude, that old lady, man. Sounds like an
They love
MLM
him.
to me.
They
I
love
wish
him.
it was, because then other people can make more money going down the pyramid. But pyramid scheme. That's kind of more of a pyramid scheme than Whatnot is for sure. So yeah. So I see what they're saying, Dibbit. It's very much like Whatnot. Definitely feels like an MLM a bit. I haven't bought or sold anything, but I'm a RIN's Reseller Information Network District. Okay. Outside of the world, were you making calls from space? Right? Oh. Outside of the, well, you know, what did I mean? The other part of the world. Hey, you could be making calls from space. That's one of my goals.
Soon.
Let's see.
Could you go to space and make a phone call? That's your
Underrated.
I would love to go to space. Let's see here. Archie and I really just said the thing about you, Ray. You're a good. Oh, thank you so much, Shane. It's past your bed. Oh, shout out to Shane. I googled it. Almost 80% Android globally, less than 50% in the US. Told y'all. I'm telling y'all. Whiskey City Flips. Let's see here. All right. Next up, Shane. Or next up, I got Shane on my mind now, Archie. Next up, number 6, overrated, underrated.
The Golden Globes.
Man, we're only halfway there.
I know, right?
I know.
Golden Globes. I don't think I've ever seen a Golden Globe, so I'm gonna say overrated, and I could care less.
They kept
Except
announcing
for the fact that this was the first game Taylor Swift couldn't go to of Travis Kelce's because she had a commitment. I guess isn't the Golden Globe today?
Yeah. Well, he didn't play.
No, he didn't play, but I don't think that he can take the day off either.
He took the day
But
off.
they were making a big deal because
okay.
it's one of the first games with them in the same country together that she's not there.
It's unfortunate.
I don't even know what I don't know if it's like TV, music.
I haven't even seen an award show in years.
I mean, I'd
I like
to
to
see
watch.
the Golden Globe.
I like to watch the Grammys. You watch the CMAs, Dustin?
No.
You don't watch the CMAs?
Nope.
We're gonna go to the CMAs next year, Dustin.
Was like VMAs like 15, 20 years ago.
The VMAs.
Well, the CMAs, what, country music?
Yeah.
Yeah, but don't they have that here in Vegas?
They do it here.
The ACT. What's the one they have here? It's A something C.
I don't know.
ACTs. I don't know.
ACT.
But they have one
That's
here.
the test you take when you go to high school.
I know.
Or go to college.
AMCs or I don't know. Something here they have one.
I don't
here.
know.
That sounds right.
I've had a chance to go
the
to
Grammys.
No, they have some country awards.
It could be they could have had it in Vegas at some point.
ACMs.
Yeah. CMAs?
ACM.
CMTs.
Although they do have the Latin Grammys here in Vegas every year, and that is huge. Because I remember, again, when I was working for Outback, my restaurant was literally right next to MGM, and it was just so crazy busy the night of the awards and then the next day.
Archie, do you think that Elvis is still alive? The reason why that flipping dude asking this for the people listening at home, he has is that autographed?
No. I wish.
So you just have like a weird picture of Elvis, like a Mother Mary / Jesus picture that my grandmother would have randomly in their kitchen.
It's one of those that you turn and it's different. Every angle is a different picture of him. But no, I'm a huge Elvis fan. Little known fact. I don't look like a guy that has many tattoos, but I actually am pretty heavily tatted everywhere you can't see.
You're
and
like
I have
like,
his entire
like a
gravestone
Yakuza
on my back.
What?
I have his gravestone on my back.
Can we see it?
No.
Oh.
I'll send you. Hey, I'll send you a picture. But
let's break the internet right now, Archie.
Break it.
I don't think you're going to be able to get it. I'm too big. It's not going to fit on screen.
Okay.
And my dogs are sitting here trying to.
If Ben sends you $10 super chat, oh snap!
Yes,
some of it. But anyway, so I used to get the question a lot: is Elvis alive? And here's my man. My dogs are messing with me right now. Hold on, let me get rid of them.
How many dogs you got?
Is Elvis
Who
alive?
let him out?
Do I think Elvis is alive? I don't know if he's alive now, but the question is, do I think he died August 16th, 1977? And I lean more towards conspiracy theorists that no, I don't think he necessarily died August 16th, 1977.
So where do you think he's been hanging out?
Because he could have died.
Yeah, he could have
died any time within the last, almost 50 years? 44 years?
He would probably be really dead by now. So you think he faked his own death, or?
I mean, I don't know. I mean,
give it to us, Archie.
There's too many things that I've read or I've seen where you've kind of seen the pictures of a silhouette of him in the background, and I mean, it looks just like him. There's the story that, he was just getting tired of his life, of, being in the public eye. He really couldn't do much.
I can't imagine being that famous.
I mean, but then again, it's always fun to make fun of how he died, because you guys know how he died, right?
He overdosed on the toilet, right?
No.
Too many moon pie or too many peanut butter and
the theory is he basically had a heart attack because he had so many drugs in his system that it makes you constipated, and I'm sure that he was going to the bathroom, pushing a little too hard, and it probably caused his heart to stop.
Sheesh. What a way to go out.
They say that he possibly died with a little turtle head sticking out, so who knows?
Dustin,
but that could be a conspiracy theory too.
Yeah. Here's a conspiracy theory for you. Consignment Chat says, unpopular opinion, we never walked on the moon. Discuss. I'm going to have to agree with you on that.
I'm starting to lean towards that too now.
What do you think, D-Man?
I believe it.
You believe that we did or we don't?
That they did or didn't?
No, we didn't.
Yeah. Dude, if you want to talk conspiracy theories, Dustin's wife, my sister, the biggest conspiracy theorists out there.
I mean, I think we all have a little bit in us with something. You know, I mean,
I agree.
So
as someone who worked in healthcare before this reselling life, most people have to poop right before you die of heart failure. Oh, snap.
Dang, so every time we have to worry?
Dang. New fear unlocked.
Man, 8 times a day I have to worry?
Yeah, right?
I'll be back in a second.
Right. Dustin's going to go poop.
Oh, that's not a joke.
No, Dustin.
He really has to go.
At least turn your camera off, Dustin. Right?
And the mic.
Yeah.
Well,
Right. He'll be fine.
He'll be
All
live.
right. His little girl probably got up or something. I'm sorry, Ray, for the quality your chat is getting from the bit. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it, Ben. All right, next one up.
Number
Ben,
7.
Thrift stores.
Thrift store is definitely underrated. I mean, I still find stuff there. I just laugh at people that say that they're Goodwill, they find nothing. I'm constantly finding something at Goodwill's. Again, I was out with J-Ride the other day, and we hit several Savers, Salvation Armies, and we found something at every one of them. And underpriced too.
Nice. Yeah, man. You just got to go consistently. I don't think people know that. Oh, I didn't find anything today. Well, how many times have you gone this week? You know,
Yeah.
Make friends at the people at the thrift store.
My thing too is, you know, when I was in school, you know, as a kid, I didn't want to get caught anywhere near a thrift store, and
Facts.
Unfortunately, that's all the money we had. My mom, that's where we shopped, and you know, it was quite embarrassing. But now, I'm not embarrassed to say that I'll go there and thrift. And to be honest with you, anytime I go and if I find something for myself, my goal is to always find something to where that is a free trip for me, something that I can flip.
Oh,
you know,
for
to
sure.
make my money back. So that's always my goal. I remember one time we have a thrift store out here called Deseret Industries.
Mm-hmm.
Went in there and I think I needed to find like just a couple of shorts, and decided to go over and look in the jeans section, and I found some vintage silver tabs that I paid I think $6.99 for, and wound up selling them in less than a week for almost $100.
Wow.
So
That's awesome.
they're out there, man. You just have to search.
That's right. You just got to search. Lori's saying, I expected poop talk from Trash to Catch. Didn't expect this somehow. I know. My apologies, Lori. My apologies.
Sorry.
Lori.
Follows me.
Next up, this is a good one.
Okay.
Overrated, underrated, Planet Fitness.
It's probably underrated for me because I probably need to go. Funny story. January of last year, I actually paid for their biggest membership. So the one that involved everything. And I want to say it was like $20 or $24.99. And I had it for about 8 months. How many times do you think I went, Ray?
0.
0 times. So it's probably
That's what they want you.
overrated
That's
because
what
I
they
never
want you to
went.
think. That's what they want you to do, Archie.
But you know, it's underrated because I think somebody like me, you know, they have that no intimidation factor, and I don't know if I were to actually commit to a gym, that would probably be the one I'd go to. How about you?
Oh, Planet Fitness? Me and Planet Fitness have beef.
Beef. Get out of here.
Oh, yeah. That's where Dustin goes and works out.
I love it. It's got everything you need.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't even
Yeah,
have
that's-
a squat rack in there.
I don't need a squat rack.
Yeah.
I'm too old for
Sorry,
that.
man.
It doesn't even have bench press in there.
Yeah, it does.
It has a bench press in there with free weights.
No, I used to do the dumbbells. But
yeah, you have to do it with dumbbells.
Once a week, I'll do the Smith machine bench press.
It's not the same, man. You need the good stuff.
I like it.
I'm just saying. But Archie, you were talking about how you didn't ever go to Planet Fitness. Here's another random fact that Ray has. You know that in Las Vegas here, especially in Middle Tennessee, wherever there's like a high population, there's not like a lot of really big, massive public transit. All these car washes have been popping up because now they're going to the monthly subscription model.
Yeah, memberships.
Same thing as the gyms, because they want you to buy the membership and you go maybe like once a month.
Yeah, it's a gamble. Yeah, they're banking that you're not going to.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same as a buffet. I mean, they're trust me, they're not making their money on me.
Hey, they're losing money when me and Dustin walk in the door.
They just lost.
They just lost it. So.
But there's plenty of other people that they're making money on. You know, like
That's true.
like our parents and
and
That's kids, true. And so yeah.
I only watch my truck when it rains. Yeah. All right, moving on. Number. Oh shoot!
9?
That's not right. Yeah, number 9.
Yeah, number 9. Selling vinyl.
Yeah.
Oh, selling vinyl.
Selling vinyl.
I already know what you're gonna say, Ray, because you're against it.
Selling
I think
vinyl?
you are. I remember you saying something about pretty much all media you're not a fan of, but I
love
absolutely
vinyl.
love selling vinyl. So for me, underrated. As a matter of fact, I just bought a collection. It was only about 100 records, probably about a month ago. And 100 records, I paid $80. So obviously I'm less than $1 each. But the reason I bought it was they had a bunch of Latina records in there. And I don't know if you know, but Latina records and CDs and even cassettes actually sell decent.
Interesting.
Well,
okay.
There happened to be 2 records that were pretty much pristine from a band called Nero, Nero. No idea who they are. I'm sure you do, Ray. I know Shane does. He's told me a few times what they are. But anyway, those records are rare. And they were comping out at about 200. I think some of them had sold comps at 250. So I actually put both of them.
Nero?
Nero. I don't even think you're going to find any. Unless you find my sold one. But, actually, I think I put it at 180. And it sat for about a month. And then somebody sent me an offer on one of them for $100. I took it. I mean, I'm already in the profit because I've already sold like, I think 10 other records in that deal. And I already doubled my money on that alone. But here's the thing with vinyl though, probably 90% of them are garbage.
Mm-hmm.
But that 10% is worth it. And sometimes it's worth just buying out a collection to find those nuggets and knowing that you're gonna make a killing off those.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. All right, you got Yo Quiero Taco Bell behind you there, Archie.
I know. They won't leave me alone right now.
Hanging out.
They're like, Dad,
last one, Archie, and this
right.
was going to be a segue towards our draft tomorrow, but it sounds like you're not going to be at the draft, so I digress. Number 10.
Well, here's the thing, though. When Paul sent me that message, all I got was 1/9 ? And I said, what's that? So
you got to watch that guy.
All right, sorry. What was number 10?
Chain sit-down restaurants, overrated, underrated.
I definitely think
since you worked at Outback Steakhouse,
I definitely think that they're getting overrated, and the reason I say that is I think the world's really changing more of a fast casual. So they want things like Chipotle, where basically you can just kind of go down the line and then choose to either eat it there or take it with you. That's just where we're going. So fast casual, and you actually see a lot of chain restaurants that are that are actually coming up with concepts that are more fast casual.
What's another
know
fast
Outback is.
casual?
What's that?
What's another fast casual restaurant?
Canes. You know, just something where you just go in and I don't know that
I got you.
you're putting me on the spot right now. I can't really think of more, but I mean, Chipotle is probably your best known fast casual.
Mhm.
But I know Chili's
Yes.
is doing it, where they have like little pop-ups where you literally you just go up and you order it and take it with you.
Really? They do need to make it. That would probably be better for them. They don't need a huge restaurant. I always tease my
Just
wife.
a lot of overhead.
I go, let's go to Chili's for dinner. And she's like, Chili's? She's like, you hate Chili's. I'm like, I do, but it's so cheap.
Yeah, I mean it's not that
Yeah.
bad. But you got to realize, I mean, two things in the restaurant business that's just starting to just creep up is labor, and then commodities, which is your food cost. And I mean, they just keep rising. I mean, minimum wage now. I mean, in some states you have to pay a server $15 plus they get tips. You know, and then you got a place like Utah where they're still only paying $2.13 and a wage for a server, but then that server's still making $150, $200 in a 5-hour shift, so they're still making great money. But compare it to California, $15, and then they're making $200-$300
Dang.
in tips. I mean, now they're making $40-$50 an hour, and I mean, it's getting up there, and it's that's why a lot of restaurants are finding other ways to just reduce labor, cut corners with food costs.
The robots, man. That's where they're gonna change later. Oh, I saw
Where it's going.
you're talking about tips. I recently saw an article. I read an article where most restaurants, Archie,
Restaurants,
restaurants
is that
like Hooters, Tilted Kilt,
right?
Twin Peaks.
Yeah, we have one.
They have a new policy that they're trying to implement to where, and people don't even notice it, that when you use your card, you are paying for the processing on the card, and it's on the receipt instead of for the restaurant paying the card processing fee.
2.3%.
You're paying the processing fee.
Yeah, that's nuts. I mean, even out here in Vegas, there's some restaurants on the Strip and even down on Fremont Street that are charging people a beverage tax. I mean, it's just getting out of hand. It's just like Vegas. Vegas is who started the whole resort fee industry, and finally, I think hotels are starting to back away from those. But it's crazy. They're nickel and diming us.
Yeah. A lot of the places are starting to pass that process. I don't like it. We need to build it into the cost of the goods. Don't tell me. Let's just kind of like, put it into the cost of the meal.
Yeah. You can get away with it that way. Just don't tell us you're doing it.
Come on now. I don't want to see a line item on there. So what was saying? Ben's Mom and Pop. That's the only good restaurants. Mom and Pops, which are, I mean, that's what I want to eat. Mom and Pops all day.
All day.
Especially when you're in a bigger city. Like if you eat at a Chili's, you don't have anywhere you're eating. You don't have anywhere you want to eat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the only thing you got in that town.
That's the only thing you got in that town.
Yeah,
And that Chili's is probably like really good if that's the only thing that you got in that town.
What was that town we went to?
Oh shoot!
They had
It was
one
in
restaurant.
Tazewell. It was in
Yes.
Tazewell.
They had one restaurant. It was like a knockoff O'Charlie's or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Was it Tazewell or was it the next town over or what?
Wherever we were staying at, that was the smallest town I've ever seen.
Yeah.
See, I don't mind just going to a little hole in the wall bar and just having some good old bar food.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, this place was. Dude, we waited forever. So Dustin and I will film a podcast on this a little later down the road. But it's probably been a year now, Dustin.
It'll be a year in March.
Year in March, Archie. But Dustin and I had an opportunity to film a pilot, and it was going to be called Picker's Picker City
Mhm.
was the name of the pilot. And we filmed it in small town Tazewell, Tennessee. Yeah. And so it was very interesting staying at a super. We had to drive like 30 minutes away to the nearest Holiday Inn to stay in a hotel
Why would they do it
in
there?
Kentucky. The show was like this premise of like an antique mall, and we were
Okay.
like two guys like looking to rent a space in the antique mall, and we were like the vehicle for the audience to just kind of like learn about the antique mall. And like there's different people in the antique mall, and they're all like different characters and different people. And Dustin and I were like, we were the what were we, Dustin? Like the
new guys.
the new guys, but we were like
hip,
the
we're selling the hip like vintage.
yeah, we were like the pop culture selling
the
kind of
newer
people.
guys. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was interesting, and
So what
last that we
happened?
heard, nobody picked it up.
So what? So this was like a legit
Yeah.
pilot. Like if Netflix picked it up or
Yeah.
a syndicate, I don't know, like major.
Yeah, it was on I think we filmed it for the History Channel, and I think they passed up on it, and then it went to like
Discover or something
Discovery, and then some other ones, and I think it's still out there in the ether, but as we know, they passed up on it. But we did get to do it,
like that. It was fun.
and it was
It was a good
fun.
experience.
You know, a lot of people say, they talk like you have all these producers and people, and you do these casting calls and all this stuff. Dustin and I actually did it. We filmed the show.
Yep.
Huh? Was it just?
Yeah.
It was just one episode. I obviously.
Yeah, it was just the pilot.
As I get it, but
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah.
So what? They just paid for you to go down. That was it.
Yeah.
Did you get anything else or?
No, that was pretty much it. But I mean, other, like down the road, we were gonna get, whatever, it looked like. But
Just the fact that you knew that there was an opportunity.
yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
and
And
there's
it
still
was
maybe
fun.
you never know.
Good.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you still never know that it's still out there.
Hey,
Someone's
call us next
gonna-
year. Hey, you
I
want to do
think
this?
like
Yeah.
Jersey Shore. I think they filmed it like a year and a half before it actually
Exactly.
went public. I mean, so you never know.
Yeah, it's still out. It's still out there for sure. But it was good to see, kind of like, as people that do YouTube and stuff like this, it's good to like know how they do it and why they do it and
Mhm.
the reality of it all, quote unquote.
Now, how did they find you guys, or did you have to apply?
No, they found us either through YouTube or Instagram. I can't remember how they found us.
Okay.
But they liked, Dustin and I chemistry, because before that we probably did like 5 or 6 different ones. Like, people would reach out and we would do these Zoom calls, and then finally these people were like, "We like you," and then we did 3 other interviews or something like that, right, Dustin?
Yeah, 3 or 4.
And then all of a sudden we hear, "Hey, you guys available at the end of the month to shoot?" And we're like, "Oh snap!" Like, it went quick.
Yeah, they don't give you any time, huh? It's just like, hey, we need you now.
No, and Dustin was having a baby, so he couldn't be there like the first day of shooting.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy.
So,
Well,
but
hopefully
we need to
still
do. We'll do. I got pictures and videos and all of that kind of stuff. Like, we couldn't share anything when we were doing it. They were like, you can't share anything. And we had to sign like a piece of paper and like all this stuff.
NDA.
Yeah, but I think we
Now-
can talk about it now.
Okay, I was going to
Should
say,
be
did they
able
give
to,
you a
right?
time,
Yeah.
a time frame?
Yeah,
could
we can
talk
talk about it now. So for sure. But like I said, it's still out there. But it's good to see a TV show in like work.
I mean,
or whatever.
I'm sure chat can tell us, but I think we would love to you two just actually film something, just telling everybody about it.
Yeah,
Record something, let us all know.
Yeah.
we'll do. Dustin and I will do a separate podcast like this and just talk about our experience with it. My wife got to be one of the people buying stuff, which was cool.
Oh,
Because they're like, "Hey, do you want to like buy something?" And she's like,
so
"I
it is
guess."
rigged.
Exactly. It's
Absolutely.
very. If you only knew, Archie. And
No,
we'll spill the
'cause-
tea another time for sure.
Well, I mean, it's just like Pawn Stars. I mean, it's I don't know that it's necessarily rigged, but
No,
they
it is.
do-
I can tell you right
well,
now it is.
I think a lot of the people actually have that merchandise, or I don't
No, they don't.
oh, they don't.
No, they don't.
I know. Actually, my old boss, he was actually technically one of the original founders or owners with the founders of Outback. I mean, this dude's loaded, but he has so much stuff, and they actually contacted him and wanted him on the show. I mean, this guy has
Oh,
a
nice.
lot
Well,
of
someone
TV
has
shows.
it. Yeah, someone has it. But
Yeah.
the people that might not be on the show that present it or whatever. But I don't know. But I digress. All right. So that concludes Overrated, Underrated. And we'll jump into the last segment. Archie, we've already got you for an hour and 30. This has been fun. But Dustin, you got a tip of the week?
Tip, I can come up with something. I got something.
Do you have it with you now?
Yeah.
What's your
let's
tip
go
of the
with-
week?
Let's go with it. Let's say, I don't know, if you're going out garage selling or anywhere else for that matter, if you're doing anything sourcing, it's good to just maybe have a business card per se, or even just give someone there like your contact information, because it's good to have those connections, because they could hit you up random day. Hey, I got a bunch of stuff. I'm trying to unload. Will you come and get it? Because they know what you're doing. I know sometimes it feels like you want to keep it a secret when you go to garage sales, but sometimes it's actually good to get your name out there. There's my tip.
There you go. That was Dustin's tip of the week. What do you think, Archie?
Man, you're going to put me on the spot. I'm going to go with who's that?
I know,
Paul.
right? Paul,
That guy even from
No,
Philly.
nobody. It's a nobody.
right?
Yeah. If I'm giving a tip of the week, I guess it would
Oh,
be...
not you, Tip. Not you, Archie. What do you think about Dustin's tip?
Oh, no, absolutely. I couldn't agree more. Yep. I mean, I've actually met some people where I've actually been able to make more deals just from saying what I do, and then they'll reach out to me.
Yeah, connections are key for sure.
Connections.
Pedro just asked a great question. Hey, Ray, do you or Dustin ever shop at the new Give Me a 5 replacement store? We haven't been there yet, but we plan on going at some point.
I don't know. if I
Dustin,
wanna
we need to
support it.
go. We need to go to. We need to get tickets to that pay-per-view in Clarksville,
Oh yeah.
and then we just need to go early and go to the Kivadu store there.
Yeah, because we can take Michael too. I'm sure there's toys and stuff in there.
Yeah. No one cares about your tip, Archie. Yeah. So, all right. So, Archie, last segment of the show. It's called Skip or Flip. We're going to show you 3 items that recently sold on eBay.
Okay.
And you're going to let us know, in your opinion, would you skip it or flip it?
Okay.
And at the end, we're going to show you the actual sold comp of the item that we're showing you that's recently sold on eBay. All right?
Yep. Now, I have to actually get closer to see. These guys make fun of me on the podcast all the time because I have to do this just to see.
Oh, man. They okay. I'm like, they changed the way that. Okay, we're good. All right. Yeah, because you're using your phone. All right, first one up. And I'll make it big. Pause. For the.
There you go, Paul. He's going to make it big for me.
There you go. All right.
What is this, He-Man?
I don't know. So here we got a picture of an action figure, Archie. And Dustin hasn't seen these. Dustin hasn't seen these either. So Dustin, let us know. And also, I want everybody if everybody in the chat could also play, that would be great. So we got there's a front view, back view. Looks like there's some wear on the hair there, Archie.
Okay.
Like it looks like he's signaling that the field goal did go in, and there is the left arm, the back.
Okay.
Mattel,
I think
1981, Taiwan.
81.
Great.
Okay. I think
81.
I know where we're going with this.
Where are we going with this, Archie?
So I know you're a huge wrestling fan. So I know that there's a movie that is out, the Von Erichs. So
Yeah.
I am changing my mind, and I am going to say that this is a Von Erich, especially if you said it's 1981, right?
Correct.
All right. So yeah, that's what I think it is. So you're saying would I flip it?
Or skip it.
or skip it. Yeah, I
You'll
would
find
probably
in a
flip that
thrift
right now.
store, yard sale, where have you.
Yeah, I would probably flip that right now because I think that's something everybody's after right now, especially since that movie's out. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm going to stick with.
How much do you think it's selling for online?
I think it's going for probably somewhere between $30 and $40. So
Okay.
I'd pick it up for a couple bucks.
Okay. Dustin,
I don't want it.
you don't want it?
I don't want it. I'll skip it.
All right, can I change
Skip
my
it.
mind?
Okay. So Archie is flipping. Dustin is skipping. Let's see what the chat says. So we got Beard King saying flip. Alan's flipping. Ken is flipping. Thought the He-Man had blonde hair, says Ben. Rocky Top says flip. Kim is flipping. Lori's flipping. Jeff says it looks like me. It does kind of look like me a little bit. And Rocky Top is also saying skip it. So, Archie, this action figure recently sold on eBay for $1,100.
What?
Lad got it right on the money.
Oh, it is He-Man, huh?
This is known as the He-Man Wonder Bread action figure. Archie.
Well, see, I would have listed it for $50 because somebody would have got a deal.
No, you wouldn't have.
50
No,
bucks.
I thought it was Kerry Von Erich.
oh, but I mean, you would have Googled lensed it and you would have found out. But this is supposedly, this is a mail away Masters of the Universe He-Man figure, and at the time they were saying that the only way to get it was through Wonder Bread, which is completely false. So the rumor has it that it was through Wonder Bread, and that's why it's called the Wonder Bread figure. So, $1,100, and that's in this condition.
Man, I thought that was Paul Philly Flipper with how his physique is now.
I know, right?
Man,
That's
actually,
funny.
you know what? Honestly, though, for 1981, that thing is in pretty good shape.
Well, you should see the ones where that have like the weapons and stuff, because that one's. Look at here. You can't see this. There's one listed for $7,200, and it's got all the weapons and the
Dang.
yeah, 6,000. Archie, would you pay $7,000 for a action figure?
I would pay $7,000 if I could flip it for $12,000.
Okay, I like that answer. See, even the weapons alone are worth some money.
There's nothing that I have to keep ever.
That's good.
Just my dogs.
One day, yeah. One day, could you imagine stumbling upon that on a garage sale? Brown hair He-Man.
I think I think he meant one day that he's going to look like that.
Oh, but I'm just saying.
He's getting ready to get married, man. It's all coming back.
It's all coming back to me now. All right, next one up. You ready for it, Archie?
Yeah.
Dustin, you ready?
Let's go.
Dustin, hey.
I'm gonna skip everyone this year. That's my New Year's resolution.
You're
Gotta get it right.
skipping. All right. Here we go. Next one up. We have here a nice little New England Patriots Super Bowl 36. Shout out to my 5th grade teacher for showing me Roman numerals. With tags.
Did they even win 36?
I don't know.
Does that
Yeah,
have somebody's
they did.
sweat on it?
Okay. Yeah, I would
A tier?
I would absolutely skip it because I have yet to see any Super Bowl hats be worth anything.
Okay. Dustin,
I mean,
what do you
that's why I asked if they actually won, because if it's an error hat, then obviously that's a different story.
call. Yeah, they won this one. This one was the one with
Was it the
St. Louis?
either that or the Panthers? Maybe
No, 36 would have.
I want to say it was St. Louis.
You know what I think?
Yeah, maybe look this up.
Brady's first ring. I think
You're probably
so.
right.
I think it was Brady's first ring. If it's $1, sure. I think it was Brady's first ring. I think you're right, lad. So what are we doing, Archie?
No, I'm skipping it.
Skipping? Wayne St. Louis, Brady's first ring? Yeah, that's what I was. Super Bowl 36. Someone Google it.
Yeah.
Yeah, St. Louis?
Yep.
Good call, Ray. See, I told you you know everything about everything.
No. I remember that logo because I think it was after, was it the year after 9/11? I believe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. No, I'm definitely skipping it though. Still,
Dustin, what are we doing?
I hate the Patriots.
You still hate them?
I've always hated them.
Okay.
I'm gonna skip it because of that.
All right. What are we doing? What are we doing, chat? What are we doing?
I'd burn the hat. That's what I'll do. Burn
You
the
burn
hat.
it? Okay.
Yep.
So we're skipping
Yeah. Just
all the way
because
around.
It's
All right.
probably a flip, but I'm skipping.
All right. Archie.
skip.
Ben is saying flip it.
Never had luck.
All right. So this hat recently sold on eBay for $5.
Bam.
Got it. I wanted to bring this up.
How about for $5 to burn it?
I wanted to bring this up just because I see so many people buying hats that aren't worth anything. And they're just buying hats because they're like vintage hats.
Yeah,
and they might think it's cool, but one of the things that Dustin and I have we learned way early on in our reselling career, don't buy things that you think are cool and expect to sell them, because that may not be the case.
Yeah. Or commemorative or
collectible. Yeah.
But here's the thing. I was telling you earlier about my buddy, that now he's my buddy, but he used to be my boss with Outback. And I mean, this dude's loaded, but the only time I ever thought about doing consignment is I did this for him. He gave me about 150 hats, but most of them are original, brand new hats from all the fights in the late 80s, early 90s. So Tyson,
boxing,
all those.
Wow.
And there's some value there. But about 30 of them are those types of, hold on, somebody's trying to call me. Are those types of hats, the Super Bowl hats. And he just seems to think that they're 20 plus each. And I'm like, I couldn't even lot all these together and get $20 for them. So yeah, stay away from them.
Yeah, stay away from them. Stay away from them. All right, next one up and last one, Archie.
Okay.
You ready? Dustin's favorite movie.
Hannah Montana.
Red Dawn.
Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Oh, Pee-wee's Playhouse. What is it, though?
The complete edition.
All Blu-ray.
What am I don't know.
Huh.
It's Blu-ray, fairly new.
Dustin, can you give me your Pee-wee impersonation?
Oh, golly, I have to.
Hey, there we go.
I'm going to say
Best Buy's quitting selling Blu-rays and media, Archie.
I would buy it if it was a couple bucks.
Couple bucks? How much do you think you sell it for?
It's probably worth about $35.
Okay. Dustin.
I'm going to pick it up and watch it.
And then resell it?
Then resell it.
There you go. Listed high.
Listed high for $50 as I watch it.
Yeah, for $50. So you think it's selling for $50?
Oh, yeah, $50.
Okay.
Who doesn't
Let's see what the chat is saying.
Well, it is Blu-ray, so it's probably $50 to $60 range. I'm going to change mine.
Kim is saying flip. Mount Say's saying flip. Jeff's saying fast flip. Alan is flipping. It's in the box somewhere, Kim. Do you have it somewhere, Jill? Watch it, then flip it. Flipping, says Ken. Rocky Top, you better. Hey, Rocky Top. Ben, you're 0-2 now. Are you sure? Flip Blu-ray has to be valuable. Right. Yeah. Not all the time. Was probably popular for a while since he died, but it won't last, I wouldn't think. I have the VHS somewhere. Okay.
Yeah, but I don't think you can stream it, so I think there's still a little bit of value to it.
That's a great
He's a
point,
legend.
Archie. That's a great point. So, Archie, Pee-wee's Playhouse for the Blu-ray just sold on eBay for
$129.
$212.
Holy! Wow.
That's used. A new copy sells for like around $300-$400.
Why?
I think the reason is because what Archie said. I don't think it's
You can
streaming
stream
anywhere.
And the fact that he just passed away not too long ago.
Mm.
I think Alex, Bearded King Picker, I think he had a Funko signed by him, and he got some
nice.
pretty decent money. If I remember it right, Alex, I don't know. Maybe you can put it down in chat.
So be on the lookout. This is something that you could very much stumble across at a thrift store or at a garage sale.
All day.
All day. R.I.P. to Pee-wee. What was Pee-wee's real name?
Paul
Pee-wee.
Rubin.
Paul Rubin. Are you sure? You just made that up?
I think it was Paul Rubin. I don't know.
You're pretty for sure there, Archie.
You know what? I'm going to say I'm 95% sure.
Okay. Someone fact check Archie. So, all right, Archie. So that concludes our last segment of the show, which was Skip or Flip. I think you did pretty good. Paul Rubin. There we go.
Man, that was fun.
So, Archie, we're getting down to the nitty gritty. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast. Thank you so much. So we always like to end the show with some goals, Archie. I'm a big believer in setting goals for yourself. Big goals, but make little goals to achieve your larger goals. But what are some goals that Archie has in the near future? Reselling wise, personal wise? Are we going back to Planet Fitness, Archie? Getting the platinum membership again?
The issue with that is okay, even if I did have a membership, all I would do is probably just go to get on the treadmill and I'd go into the sauna for a little bit.
Yeah.
That's probably about it. I have a treadmill and then I have a portable sauna anyway, so I can do all that.
Oh, you do? Look at you, fancy pants.
No. You can buy it for $150. Plus, I bought it from liquidation for I think like $12. So I originally bought it thinking I was going to flip it, but I kept it.
Hey, I'd keep
Those are the best.
And it works perfect. But no, I think personal goals, and I had mentioned this actually on our podcast last week, but and we talked about like habits that we need to develop to actually attain our goals. And what I really need to do personally is I actually need to get up every morning, and I need to start getting up probably before 8 a.m. because right now I'm usually right around 9 a.m. and 10. Everybody that's successful wakes up early and gets the day started early.
You don't wake up till 9 a.m., Archie?
Sometimes, yeah, I don't.
Dang, son, you need to wake up.
Man,
the world's passing you
TikTok,
by.
Man. I get stuck on TikTok lives at night.
Come on, Archie. Archie, you're like West Coast time too. The whole world's been doing business for like 4 hours.
No, trust me. Again, when I get back to our podcast, all those guys are East Coast. We have a group chat, and it's already 3 hours worth of catching up.
9 a.m. is crazy.
But no, not only waking up early, but I need to actually get better with my relationship with God. I know that's kind of taboo with a lot of people, but my goal is I want to start reading a chapter a day of the Bible. And I just think that that's the mind frame I really want to start my day off with. And I think that will help me be able to achieve some of my goals with reselling. And I said earlier, I want to wean myself off of having to do any of the other gig apps or side hustles. And I want to concentrate only on reselling. And I also want to start putting out at least a video a week with YouTube. I mean, believe it or not, I only have 9 videos out, but I've put out quite a bit of shorts. But with eBay, my goal is to try to get somewhere around 9 to 10,000 a month in sales. And I know that I can do it. I have plenty of stuff. Trust me, I have a huge death pile.
There you go. I love it, man. I love it. I've been doing, one of my goals, if you saw my goal video, is to be like biblically literate, and doing stuff. I subscribe to this like learning thing. It's called Arma. And it's like, I think it's like $12 a month, but it's like a pastor and he kind of like tells you how to like study the Bible and like do different things. And there's like different ones. Dude, they just put out a new thing this year on biblically discipline. It's really good, Archie. I'll send you the link.
I downloaded the YouVersion Bible.
Uh-huh.
And that that's free, but that has that type of thing in there too. But you just send me maybe I'll reach out to you later and
yeah, for sure.
But I got to tell you though that you coming out with your goal video and saying that Rachel Strickland came out and mentioned that religiously she needs to get better, and J Ride did, and that just made me feel more comfortable with, hey, it's not taboo to talk about this.
Exactly.
So thank you though for opening that up, but because I know a lot of people in this space, they are Christians, but they just don't talk about it a lot, and I really do think that's. I mean,
it's
really,
got to be like it's got to be like who
foundation.
you are, like it's got to be like a part of you and like in your DNA. But like if you come off like really preachy, just like anything else, it's like what I mean. It's like nobody wants to. Yeah, it's like. Just be you. And it's like, well, why is Ray? And it's like, we get to talk and it's like, hey, we go to church every Sunday and we're part of this group and like all this stuff,
I still like the truth. I have a filthy mouth at times. I'm the worst when it comes to road rage. So I have some things to work on and I'm far from perfect, but that's the
what kind of road have you ever like, hey, flipping dude, that sounds like a good idea. I think that sounds like a great idea. He said, reseller Bible study. I love that idea.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. Okay. Nice. I like the YouVersion app. Yeah, that's a good one. Archie, you're not perfect. I'm shocked.
I take after you, Paul.
There you go. There you go. Well, Archie, thank you so much for coming on. This was fun. We definitely need to have you back on, or just be like the third. Maybe like if Dustin has to do something, we'll get you to fill in for Dustin or something.
There you go.
I think everybody wants Dustin back.
They want me back.
Oh, we do. We do want Dustin back. It's not the same.
I guess my dog doesn't.
Oh, right. Yo quiero Taco Bell, baby. Let's go. Well, Archie, thank you so much for coming on. Everybody go and subscribe to Archie's YouTube channel and his Instagram as well. His link tree is down in the description below. Thank you so much. So, Archie, anything else for the people?
No, just thank you. I appreciate everybody that came on and watched on the live. And then, what's that say?
Archie, be prepared for tomorrow.
We'll talk
Paul,
about that.
You gave him the wrong date.
You told me 1/9. Anyway, we'll talk about that later. But thank you, everybody. And anybody that watches on the replay, thank you very much. And thank you both. I appreciate you guys a lot.
Appreciate you. Anything else for the people, Dustin?
Stay safe.
Stay safe out there. Well, my name is Ray.
My name's Dustin.
And I'm Biscuit Butt Archie.
Hey, and we'll catch you guys on the flip side. See y'all. God bless. Peace.